I'm Claudia teacher, and today I'm going to the jungle. Do you want to come with me to the jungle? We're going to be searching for some wild animals. I think I want to find maybe a green animal that's very small, but what's the name? Oh, I forgot. Maybe we should learn the animal names. Let's learn the animal names first before we go to the jungle. Listen, can you hear it? What's that? What's that sound? Sounds like ribbit, ribbit. What animal makes that sound? It's small. It's green. It goes like this. Ribbit, ribbit. Listen. It's a frog. Yes, a frog. Look at that, a frog. Ooh, look at how we can say it. A frog. Like this. A frog. Let's do it one more time. A frog. Good job. So cute. I like frogs. Are frogs scary? Or are they not scary? Are they scary or not scary? Which one? Number 1, scary. Number 2, not scary. You're right, number 1. Oh, is it number 1 or number 2? It's number 2, not scary. It's not scary. Let's put it up here. Not scary. So it's not scary. Scary. Not scary. Scary. Oh, stop. Listen. What's that? Can you hear it? It sounds like it's really big and it has a long nose. It starts with an F. Elephant. That's right. It's an elephant. Now, is an elephant scary or not scary? Scary or not scary? You're right, an elephant is not scary. How do we say it? An elephant. An elephant. We're gonna go an elephant. An elephant. Like that. Can we say it? An elephant. An elephant. Good job. Stop. Listen. What do you hear? It makes the sound of... I know. It's long. It has no legs and no arms. And it makes a hissing sound. What is it? That's right, it's a snake. A snake. A snake. Now, is a snake scary or not scary? Scary or not scary? Scary or not scary? You're right, a snake is very scary. Ooh, so scary. So we're gonna put the snake over here. Snake. Okay, now let's take a look. A snake. A snake. So we're gonna do it one more time. So small circle like this. Big circle like this. A snake. A snake. Good job. Stop. Listen. Oh, did you hear it? really big and really strong. It's orange and it has stripes all over his body. What is it? I don't want to say it. You say it. No. You say it. I don't want to say it. You say it. That's right. It's a tiger. Oh, a tiger. Now, is a tiger scary or not scary? Is it scary or is it not scary? You're right. A tiger is very scary. Man, a tiger, a tiger is so scary. You don't want to mess with no tiger. I'll tell you that for sure. Oh my, stop. Let's get closer. What's that sound? It sounds so beautiful. What is it? It has a long mouth. It's very colorful. It can fly. What is it? That's right. It's a bird called a toucan. A toucan. Now, is a toucan scary or not scary? Is it scary or not scary? That's right, it's not scary. Let's put a toucan over here. Okay. A toucan. Let's put an elephant over here because we don't want it to be with the scary animal. Okay, toucan is not scary. Let's see how you say toucan. A toucan. A toucan. A toucan. So we're going to do it with our hand. A toucan. A toucan. Good job. Right? A toucan. All right. Let's go. Oh, did you hear that? Huh? Did you hear it? Oh, it's really, really long. And its mouth goes snap. And it's green and it has sharp teeth. What is it? Come on, quickly. What is it before it comes? That's right. It's a crocodile. Now, is a crocodile scary or not scary? Is it scary or is it not scary? Very scary. Let's put it over here. It's super duper scary. Okay, let's put it over here. Oh no, let's put it over here. Scary pile. Alright, look at that. We've got a scary animal and not scary animal. Let's put a line in the middle. Yeah. Alright, scary and not scary. Let's say the words together. A tiger. A tiger. How about this one? Is scary. Good. A tiger is scary. A tiger is scary. Good job. How about here? A snake. A snake. A snake. How about let's do these two together? A snake is scary. A snake is scary. Good job. How about here? A crocodile. Good job. Let's look at it. Oh, I did it wrong. One more time. A crocodile. Good. Let's do it one more time. Teacher made a mistake before. It's here. Put your hands here. So, a crocodile. Good. A crocodile is scary. Oh my gosh, that one was hard. A crocodile is scary. Good job. Good job. How about we go here? Let's start with a toucan. A toucan is not scary. Good. A toucan is not scary. Good. A toucan is not scary. Good job. How about a frog? A frog. A frog. A frog. Like that. A frog is not scary. Good job. How about an elephant? An elephant. Like a crocodile. 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 Elephant. Good. An elephant is not scary. Good job. Excellent. Okay, how about we give them some gestures? Let's think about the animal. Think about the animal and do some action and then gestures. A frog. Put your hands like this and go ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. A frog. How about a toucan? Let's go like this. Like it's flying away. Flying away, okay? We're gonna go like this and we're gonna say a toucan. Right, let's do it. A toucan. Good job. How about an elephant? An elephant. Let's make an elephant nose. Put your arm like this and go under like this, like a monkey. And swing it over. There you go. Good. And we're gonna do an elephant. Good. Good job. How about we go here? Let me go this way. Crocodile. So really good gesture is ha! Alright, we're gonna go like this. Ha! A crocodile. A crocodile. Good job. How about a snake? What does a snake do? A snake moves his body like this. We're gonna go like this. A snake. A snake. Good job. How about a tiger? A tiger goes like this. We're gonna go a tiger. One more time. A tiger. Good job. And lastly is scary. Is scary. Is not scary. Is not scary. Excellent. Now, I'm going to test you. Ribbit, ribbit. What is it? A frog. A tiger. An elephant. A snake. Good job. Now, we're going to say it one more time. Singing. I like singing. Okay, let's go. We're gonna say a tiger, crocodile, snake. A tiger, crocodile, snake. A tiger, crocodile, snake. A tiger, crocodile, snake. A tiger, crocodile, tiger, crocodile, tiger, crocodile, snake. How about let's try this time? We're gonna go with this. A toucan. Okay. A toucan. Elephant. Frog. A toucan. Elephant. Frog. A toucan. Elephant. Frog. A toucan. Elephant. Toucan. Elephant. Toucan. Frog. Oh, that was so hard. I'm tired. Now, let's see if you remember. I'm going to ask you some questions. What is very long, has sharp teeth, and goes like this? A crocodile. Good job. Is a crocodile scary or not scary? It's scary. Good job. Now, can a toucan fly or walk? Can a toucan fly? Yes. Can a toucan walk? I don't know. What is big? An elephant or a frog? An elephant or a frog? Which one is bigger? An elephant. Good job. Now, is an elephant scary? No, not scary. Is a frog scary? No, not scary. What is orange and stripy and very dangerous? That's right, a tiger! Did you hear that? Oh, it's time to go. Let's go. Okay, now as we're going, we have to be careful. Let's watch out for the dangerous, scary animals. If you see them, you have to stop. Okay, I'm going to teach you another song. I told you I like singing. It's called Walking in the Jungle, okay? This is how it goes. Walking in the jungle, walking in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. Walking in the jungle, walking in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps back. Stop. Listen. Let's listen. What is it? A frog. We're not afraid. Good job. Did you get it? Good. So we have to, when we hear the animal, stop and listen. Good job. All right, let's carry on. What should we do next? Next, how about we jump? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Jumping in the jungle, jumping in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. Jumping in the jungle, jumping in the jungle. We're not afraid, we're not afraid. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps back. Stop. Listen. A toucan. We're not afraid. What should we do next? I know. We should walk like this. Okay, we're gonna walk. 3, 2, 1, go. I think we lost it. Okay, all right. What are we gonna do next? Next, we are going to run because it's getting dangerous. Running in the jungle, running in the jungle. We are afraid, we are afraid. Running in the jungle, running in the jungle. We are afraid, we are afraid. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps back. Stop. Listen. It's tiger. I made it. I'm a survivor. Alright, so that lesson was walking in the jungle, and I took you from the hook all the way up to the teaching of the book. And in the book, you also include the teaching of the song. Now, I didn't stop to do it line by line. You can do it, but I think because the lines are so simple, the students can follow me and repeat after me as I'm singing it as well. But if I was doing it in the class, depending on the speed or how fast the students are picking it up, I would either stop, break it down line by line, or I would do as I did today. And the other step is that I would definitely do the whole thing again with music the second time. So just as I'm showing them that and we're having fun, I would do it all again. So it actually takes a lot of time to get the song running through. You could also make it shorter, because I think the original song only has, I think, 4 animals. So you could make it shorter so that it takes less time. But as you can see, you know, I'm going full on with it, so it does take me quite a while. Now, a couple of things that I just wanted to mention that I did. As you can see, I tried to use as much gesture as possible. Sometimes I made mistakes. Like for the life of me, couldn't do a croc. My brain just couldn't do it. And if you can see, I'm using circles to show them where their voice should go up. So just helping them with the pronunciation, where the voices go up and then where the voices go down. I regret using circles because it's too similar, so it can be confusing. So maybe next time I could use a different symbol, since my magnets are circular as well. Nice images. I don't mind having black and white because, again, I can ask some CCQs of color based on my images. So you can work with black and white, and plus black and white is just cheaper. Color is really nice. Like if this is all in color, it's really beautiful, but in real life, anybody got money for colored printing. So you can use black and white, it's okay. Make it into a CCQ, like tell them what color is a tiger, what color is an alligator. If they're telling you an alligator is red, you obviously know these kids have something wrong. Or if they're telling you it's pink, it's either they've got a really funny imagination, or they're just testing you, or maybe they just actually don't know what an alligator is. So use the images, the flashcards, to help you as well. Another thing that you can do is you can cover the name, because some students can read, so you can cover the name, again forcing them to interact with you. If you saw what I did, it was interactive. I kept on asking the students what did they think it was, the description, the sounds. It's all to get them involved into the class. So it's not just me going, hello everybody, listen and repeat after me. A tiger is scary, a snake is scary. Before we got to that point, there was lots of opportunities for students to speak. What else is there? Yeah, just props, making it real. You as the teacher, you know, being fully involved in it, fully into what you're doing. It feels silly, it feels incredibly silly, but it's super duper important for the students to see you acting, to see you doing your thing, to see you involved. And I think this song might be a bit too childish for 6th grade, but to be honest with you, sometimes a simple song is what kids need. So maybe with 6th grade, I'll make the actions harder. Maybe I'll choose, you know, more scary animals. There's a way that you can still work this to fit whichever grade it is that you're teaching. And also, I did teach them the chant. So I have a 2-syllable, 3-syllable, 1-syllable vocab word that I just changed, that I, you know, used to teach them the vocabulary. That's absolutely fine. You can do that. You can do multiple songs. You can just make the whole lesson about singing. Brilliant. Genius idea. The next thing I'm going to talk about is activities. What activities can you do? Now, activities, it depends on the lesson. Please, oh please, oh please, for the love of all there is out there in the world, don't just give them a gap activity. So a lot of the times, students always give fill in the blanks activity. I want to shoot my head activity. I'm just like, it just lacks creativity, it lacks fun. just the same, you know, same, boring old fill in the blanks. There is a time and a place for fill in the blanks. I definitely agree with that. You can use it. So fill in the blanks is basically a gap it activity. Okay, gap it. Oh, no, we're not going to put exclamation mark. But there is a time and a place for it. But that shouldn't be just like, oh, activity, let me just get them to fill in some words into the blanks. How can you use it creatively? So one idea for this class could be that students make masks of their favorite animal. And then we sing the song and they can talk about their mask. So you can give them a worksheet and they can write down whether the name of the animal, so they can create a new animal, write down the name of the animal and whether it's scary or not scary, and they can describe it if you want to. You can do something like that. A craft. Don't be afraid to do craft. When they're making something, play the song in the background, they will learn, you know. Don't be afraid to do that. I can give them a fill in the blanks activity, but it doesn't have to be, you know, that's not the only thing. So, craft it. Get them to make something. Strip it. Strip it is basically getting the students, getting the lyrics of the song into small strips, like this, and then getting the students to put the song back in order. So you can have a little envelope, put the words inside, give it to each student, or if you want them to work in groups, give it to each group, and then they just put it back together. Great activity. Especially if the song is a little bit more difficult, definitely this will be a good one for kids who can read, older kids, or kids who are starting to read, and you get them just to, in competition, put a timer on. The first team to finish, you know, wins a small prize or point, something like that. Make it a competition. Also, it's always good to have healthy competition. They love that. Put it in teams, you know, put them like first team gets this, second team gets that. That's always a motivation for learning. Another thing that you can do is write it. Write it. And write it is basically just writing a letter to the author or to a character in the song. So this works well with pop songs. You know, you have a nice pop song, like an Adele song. Hello, it's me, I was wondering. You can get the students to write back to Adele or to the guy, to somebody. Obviously, be careful with the words and the lyrics, you know, because if it's for older people and you don't want them to be like, teacher, what is breakup? Teacher, what is this? It's like you have to be careful. You as a teacher have to make sure that the lyrics are appropriate. A good song to do with kids would be something like Connie Talbot, Count on Me. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. Something like that. Has really beautiful lyrics. Originally sung by Bruno Mars, and then she did the cover, and it's just, it works really well. I've done it with kids before, they've loved it. And you can get them to write a letter to someone they love. It has really beautiful lyrics, actually, that song. So write it, write to somebody, write a short letter. If you're doing write it, then you need to think about what kind of vocabulary goes in for a letter. You can give them a letter template so that they can see what kind of letter it is. I have done it before with another song. It's called Soldier, Soldier, Won't You Marry Me? And it basically goes like this. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, fife, and drum? Oh no, sweet maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no hat to put on. So off she ran to her grandmother's chest, and she bought him a hat of the very, very best. She bought him a hat of the very, very best, and the soldier put it on. And it carries on. She buys him a coat, she buys him a tie, and then in the end he says, sorry my love, I'm married, I have a wife of my own, and you know, she's heartbroken, whatever. But you can get the students to write a letter to this sweet maid. Her name is Sweet Maid in the song. You can get them to write a letter to her to kind of encourage her to say, oh, I'm so sorry. So I've done this activity before, and I've had some really funny letters that have come out, you know, people, and I said to my students, you know, write it from your own perspective. So you can choose to be the soldier writing back to the lady, you can choose to be the lady, you can choose to be, not the lady, but you can choose to be the lady's friend, or, you know, you can be anybody. Think creatively, and it was really funny. And I did that with obviously university students, so their vocabulary was higher and they could express themselves much better. But try it out with 6th grade, even 5th grade. Try it out. Try to teach them how to write a letter. Alright, the next one you can do is questioning. Questioning. Really simple. Get them to think about the song, to think about the meaning of the song. Make a bunch of questions that they actually have to, you know, write, respond to and write back to. It's really great stuff. And you can do it with a song like this. Which animals were scary in the song? Which animals were not scary? What does a toucan look like? Whatever. And then for whichever grade, you can make it as difficult, as simple, as easy to follow as possible. The other one is this is most popular. Actually, these two are most popular amongst students. Is change it, and basically changing the lyrics of the song. A little bit like what I did. I added in elephant and snake. I think the other ones are in the original song, but I added in some things. So you change the nouns, adjectives, some key content words, so words that carry meaning. You change them in a song. For example, I once did the song Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. And instead I did Sally from P spat on a ball. Sally from P heard a great call. All the queens, I think, did I do all the queen's horses? I think all the king's soldiers and all the king's friends had to put Sally in prison again. Something like that. So you can change the lyrics, encourage the students to make something new. If you do change the lyrics, then when you are doing the book, please give them some options to change. Because sometimes students are like, change the song, make it really creative, but they don't have the actual vocabulary to change the song. So always give them some options. Give them 1 or 2 options within the vocabulary you teach so that they know how to change the words. Any other one? I have one here. Another one is Lip-Synching. This could be fun, I think. This could be really enjoyable to get teams of students to reproduce the song. And another one is Draw It. Draw It. Now there's another song called Catalina Mandolina. There was a girl, she had a funny name, and everybody loved her just the same. Catalina Mandolina, Hoopensina Walladina, Oka Poka Loca was her name. And it describes Catalina. It's like she had 2 teeth in the front of her mouth. One is this way, one is that way. She had 2 hairs. Things like that. And you can play with that song and make it really, really interesting. And you can get the students to draw what they think she looks like. So these are some ideas, not all of the ideas, some ideas. Change it, gap it, craft it, strip it, write it, question it, draw it, lip-sync it. Try and use one of those activities. Avoid doing just going for this one. Look at the song lyrics. What is the best activity that fits into that? Some other activities that you can do. These are not so much activities, more to help with the vocab. I'll post them. One of them is Focus It. So this is about, helping students with the words of the song. Highlight it, highlighting important words. Stop it is, stopping before, so playing the song and then just stopping before the keyword that you want them to say, and then you ask the students to say it. So for example, in Walking in the Jungle, I'd be like, walking in the jungle, walking in the, and then the students have to say jungle. So if that's a keyword of the day, you can use it like that. I'll post up this all this material so you can have a take a look. You can have a read of it. And yeah, give it a go at teaching songs. So we are now up to activities. I talked about activities this week. Next week I'll do a demonstration of an activity, especially how to give rules and instructions. We'll talk more about that when we talk about games teaching as well. But that's one of the huge part of English teaching, is just giving clear instructions. And then I'll do a demonstration so you can see it in action as well. Thank you very much for following my class today. I hope that you are well, safe, sound in the mind. Take care of yourself and see you next time. Bye bye.